Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be doing another history video. This time about something that personally I love, and I feel a lot of people really like it too, but I don't really know too much about it. And that is peanut butter. I absolutely, like I said, love peanut butter. If I had to eat one thing for the rest of my life, it would, without a doubt, be this. Even just sitting here, I can smell it, and it's making me really hungry. So this will be a fun video. Today I'm gonna tell you a little bit of history about peanut butter. I've done some research and got some notes here on my laptop. So you might hear some clickety clackety taps from the keyboard. Before we get started, I just want to thank Eric over on Patreon for being a patron supporter. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot. So thank you very much. So, the use of peanuts actually dates back to the Aztecs and the Incas, and they've been used widely in different varieties over the course of history. They weren't really recorded about too much detail though until the kind of mid 1800s onward. And Marcellus Gilmore Edson, who was born in 1849, he obtained a patent for a method of producing peanut butter from roasted peanuts using a heated surface. And he obtained that patent in 1884. Also, for those of you that are Canadian, he was a Canadian man. So he was born in Montreal, Quebec. Edson's cooled product had a consistency that was likened to butter or perhaps even lard. Some people even referred to the consistency of being like an ointment of sorts. According to his patent application, which described a milling roasted peanut process, and they did this until the peanuts had reached a fluid or semi-fluid state. Once he did this, he mixed sugar into the peanuts, which thickened it and made it into a thicker paste consistency. It was actually first sold as a snack food in 1894 by a businessman from St. Louis called George Bale. Now, there were other people who patented or attempted to patent their peanut butter method, and one who is well known for his cereals such as cornflakes, John Harvey Kellogg, which is obviously still around today. He was issued a patent for a process of producing alimentary products in 1898. And he used peanuts for this, although he boiled them instead of roasting them. The process of producing alimentary products relates to Kellogg's Western Health Reform Institute, which served peanut butter to patients because they needed a food that contained a lot of protein, but was able to be consumed without chewing. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I have peanut butter, it always gets stuck to the roof of my mouth, and it takes ages to get rid of. So that doesn't seem like a good idea to me. But there we go. Now, unsurprisingly, at first, peanut butter was mainly a food for the wealthy. And as it became popular initially, it was, other than Kellogg's health reform, it was a product served at expensive healthcare institutes, so like Kellogg's Institute himself. In terms of machinery and the Industrial Revolution and going forward into peanut production, early peanut butter machines were developed by Joseph Lambert, and he had worked at Kellogg's Battle Creek Sanitarium, and also Dr. Ambrose Straub, who obtained a patent for a peanut butter making machine in 1903. In 1922, chemist Joseph Rosefield, you can see that a lot of the kind of people that worked with peanut butter were chemists or in that kind of similar field with Kellogg and his Health Reform Institute and so on. So Joseph Rosefield in 1922 invented a process for making smooth peanut butter, which kept the oil from separating away by using partially hydrogenated oil. He licensed his invention to the company that created the Peter Pan butter in 1928, and in 1932 he began producing his own peanut butter under the brand name called Skippy, which those of you that are in America or those of you outside that have perused the American food aisles in your supermarket will know is a very well-known brand of peanut butter today. under the Skippy brand, Rosefield developed a new method of churning creamy butter, giving it a smoother consistency. He also mixed fragments of peanut into the peanut butter, which created the first chunky style peanut butter that is loved by many, not including myself, all around the world. I'm a smooth peanut butter girl. In 1955, Procter & Gamble launched the peanut butter named Jif, and that was a lot sweeter than other brands due to the fact that they used sugar and molasses in its recipe. Now, as for the person that invented peanut butter, usually it's widely thought to be George Washington Carver, but he didn't do that. He was given credit for many popular inventions through folklore that didn't come out of his lab. So by the time Carver published his document about peanuts, which was entitled How to Grow the Peanut and 105 Ways of Preparing It for Human Consumption in 1916, many methods of preparation of peanut butter had already, as we've learnt, been developed or patented by chemists, doctors, and food scientists in the US and Canada. Now, here I've got some more interesting kind of information about peanut butter in general, rather than the history. In World War II, which I found really interesting, a slang term for peanut butter was actually monkey butter. In the Netherlands, peanut butter is called pindakaas, which literally means peanut cheese, rather than pindabotter, which is peanut butter, because the word butter was a legally protected term for products that contain actual butter, prompting Kellogg, the company which first marketed it in the country in 1948. He used kaas instead. Similarly, in the US, food regulations require that peanut butter must contain at least 90% peanuts. Otherwise, it can only be marketed as peanut spread. Now, as you can see here, I've got a rather large, 1 kg to be precise, tub of peanut butter from Pip and Nut, which is one of my favourite peanut butter brands. It's all natural, it's got no palm oil whatsoever. Literally, the ingredients are high oleic peanuts, 99.5%, and sea salt. That's it. I love natural peanut butter, it's my favourite, and just so good. There's a little recipe here on the back, which I will read to you in a moment. But first, I mentioned that they are high oleic peanuts. And oleic peanuts specifically are peanuts that contain a higher amount of oleic acid compared to standard peanuts. Oleic acid is a monosaturated fatty acid, which is known as a good fat, and it reduces the amount of bad cholesterol, whilst it boosts the good cholesterol, also known as HDL. Monosaturated fats are commonly found in foods such as nuts, seeds, olive oil, canola oil, and avocados. High oleic peanuts are also less likely to go rancid and can actually last 8 times longer than regular peanuts. Now, that's all of the information that I've got history-wise to tell you about, so I'm just going to talk about these. This is a large tub, but the daily limit, so to say, of peanut butter a day, I believe, is 30 grams. I will definitely, without a doubt, every day have 30 grams of peanut butter. Sometimes even a little bit more. So this doesn't last me very long, probably about a week and a half to 2 weeks, probably. But I don't feel bad about it because I love it. And I love it. I don't really drink, I don't smoke or anything like that, so peanut butter is my dirty little secret. But it's not dirty because it's good, so it's fine. Pepper Nut was one of the first brands that I discovered that I really liked that was natural. And when I couldn't find it one day and proceeded to freak out, I found Pix, which is very similar in name, but is different. This is a New Zealand brand of peanut butter, whereas Pip and Nut is British. They're both really similar. This one, in case you are looking for a good peanut butter, these are natural, as I said, so they do separate both of them. You just have to give them a stir before you use them. This one is a little bit sweeter, which I don't know why, because they've got the exact same ingredients that Pip and Nut does. But it definitely is a little bit creamier and sweeter tasting than Pip and Nut, but not by too much. The nutritional information for this peanut butter is 19 servings per package. A serving size is 20 grams. Average quantity per serving is 119 calories. Total fat, 9.6 grams of saturated 1 1.3, 2.9 grams of carbohydrates, of which 1.2 is sugar through a natural occurring sugar, 1.5 grams of fiber, 5.3 grams of protein, 0.1 grams of salt, with a glycemic index of 14. And it's made, as I said, in New Zealand. Made with fresh roasted peanuts, made with fresh roasted Aussie high oleic peanuts with pip and nut. Per 15-gram serving, we have 92 calories, 7.8 grams of fat, with 0.9 grams of saturates, 1.9 grams of carbohydrates, 0.6 grams of sugars, 4 grams of protein, and 0.08 grams of salt. So it seems like this one has they're kind of very similar, just some slight differences here and there in comparison to them. As you can see, it says pip and nut, the cute little squirrel, and some peanuts. Natural nuttiness, smooth peanut butter, absolutely no palm oil. I hope that you enjoyed this little interesting experience that my brain conjured up. I eat something every day and I was like, well, maybe I should learn about it and you guys can learn about it with me. I will leave you with one of my favourite ways to eat peanut butter. One of the ways I eat peanut butter every day. And I can imagine that I will have a lot of disgraced people in the comments. But I don't care. It tastes good. So try it. Don't knock it until you try it. Okay? Don't knock it. So pretty much every day that I have peanut butter, which, as I said, is generally a lot of the time, I have peanut butter on toast with sriracha. Now, don't knock it until you try it. You sometimes get similar foods that are, you'll get satay chicken sauces or satay sauces or Thai sauces with peanuts in them that's spicy, and I just one day decided to try it, and it's actually really good. You have to have obviously you have the bread, you have a tablespoon of peanut butter, then some black pepper, a tiny little bit of salt if you want. You don't really need it because it's in the peanut butter anyway. and then just drizzle some sriracha over it. Trust me, if you like to try things, try it. Comment down below what you think, and also comment what your favourite ways to eat peanut butter are, and I will make sure to read all of the comments. And tell me if you like peanut butter, if you don't like it, what's your favourite brand, and things like that. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed researching about it and sharing it all with you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you have a restful sleep, a relaxed day, whatever it is that you're doing, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching this very odd video, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.